Hi there guys, this is Jules. I want to do the tutorial today for you guys that has been the request on my glittered glass look or my glittered glass technique or effect or whatever you want to call it. It looks like glittered glass. You can either use an image, a stamped image, or you can just freehand some colors, just like you can see the butterfly that is in flight. Gadget gears that I used wood grain stamp on, and so I want to show you guys how to do that technique today. Now I have found a couple of people out there that have done something similar. I have seen someone use mix their Pearl X with UTEE, and then I've seen Rachel, who's at xoxo 133. I can't remember. I know you guys know her though. And then she did gesso and then Pearl X and then black UTEE and no, gesso and then UTEE and then the Pearl X stuff, and then she did a stamp, and she did it different than how I did it, but there's some similarities as far as she used black gesso, I used black acrylic paint, and she used black what do you call it, UTEE, and I'm using clear UTEE. So there is a couple of people that have done something similar with something having to do with UTEE and also with the Pearl X. But I did a little bit different, and I can only find the other two ladies that have done those other techniques. And if I can find the other one that did the mixture, I'll put her name up on the annotations. So yeah, you can do a freehand. I did this on grunge paper. This is just the key. This is some gold Pearl X. And then I did this wood grain on the gadget gears on these two. And the other one I have it sitting out because I'm going to be doing it, doing that one today. And then the butterfly, I did a rainbow kind of a look to her. There's some purples and teals and greens. There's some white in it, and I painted it black. The background, the actual chipboard is black. So it's in flight. Okay, and all of these are painted in black acrylic paint and stamped with different images, except for this one is with white acrylic paint with, I think it was a red russet or something like that, a russet colored, kind of a reddish toned Pearl X. So let's get started because time has been flying, and I want to get this tutorial out to you guys before it gets too late. So let me scooch all this stuff over. What you're going to need is Pearl X or Perfect Pearls. You're going to need your Versamark. Set that aside. Versamark or Perfect Medium. You need UTEE. Black acrylic paint. If you want to do it the way that I want, or any color paint for that matter. Any shape of chipboard or grunge board, or maybe grunge paper, but it can burn because it's very thin, so be careful with that. And the little brush that it comes with. Oops. Okay, I think that I got it all. And for the butterfly, just so that you guys know, I used Pearl X, and I'm using dual green yellow, dual red blue, turquoise, and interference gold is the one that I used. Those 4 colors I used for that butterfly, just in case you want to replicate that. Okay, so what I've done is I have one ready to go, okay? And so we're going to work on this one right now. So you want to put the paint on your shape. Then you want to find a stamp that you want to use. I'm going to end up, since I have the other two of the gadget gears in the wood grain, I'm going to do the wood grain stamp, and then I'm going to use the super bronze for the color of the wood, since it has that brownish tone, yet it's very glittery. So what you want to do is, I'm going to use the Perfect Medium because that's what I have right now. So you want to apply that onto your stamp. Let me see if I can get a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just apply this. And this is so sticky. And one of the things that I found that works really well is either 409 or Fabuloso. Spray it on a paper towel and then wipe it off. And you can, oh, hello. Hi, Charles. My Charlie girl. Okay. So once you have that, you can use Versamark too. if you want to, in this application here. So you want to stamp onto your image, and I'm going to rock it a little bit, and then, okay, there it is. And you might be able to see the shine there, see the wood grain. Okay, so once you have that, you want to grab your Pearl-Ex. And the Pearl-Ex is just finely ground glitter for you newbies that don't know what it is. And for any newbie that's watching, there's no stupid questions, so ask if you have a question about something, okay? So I just pounce, which is how you apply it anyways. You want to pounce on there, and if you need a little bit more, grab a tiny bit more. But when you grab it, you want to kind of tap it a little bit because a lot of it gets on the brush, okay? I'm going to do a tiny bit more. Okay. Once it's on there, I do run it across like that because I'm getting rid of excess. Okay. Okay. So I have a paper towel that I sprayed some. I'm using the 409 right now on it, and it's a degreaser. And it helps with taking this stuff off, so really, really good. Now I tried a baby wipe, and the baby wipe, it does not take off the stickiness off of your mat, so the 409 stuff does, because it has that degreaser in it, and it's not going to do anything to your mat because I use it all the time. Every time I use embossing ink or Versamark or anything sticky like that, I do use the 409, the degreaser. Okay, so once you have it stamped, oh, another thing that you need is your hairspray. Where did I do my hairspray? Oh, I use Tresemme. So I'm going to do that really quick. And you only need a little bit. Let me move it over a little by the floor. Okay. Okay, see how it's on my hand? That's all you need. Just a little spritz. Okay, move that back. Sorry for making you guys dizzy. Alright, so I'm going to cover this. And you need to let this sit because it doesn't seem like the Versamark will grab hold of it if it's still a tiny bit wet. So I'm going to let it dry in front of my fan. And once it's dry, I have another piece here already ready to go. So once it's done, you want to apply your Versamark completely over the entire piece that you've already stamped and spritzed your hairspray on, okay? The hairspray helps with the glitter, the powdered glitter, to stick really good. I believe too, I don't have mica powders, but I believe, like, mica powder is kind of the same thing as the Pearl-Ex. It's just called mica powders, I believe. I've just been watching tutorials with mica powders, and they're basically the same. So once you have your Versamark already stamped, and this is to help keep the colors or whatever you already have on there. And then you dip it in your UTEE. Now UTEE is ultra thick embossing enamel, and it is like embossing powder, but they're thicker and fatter granules. See, it looks like sugar. And the regular embossing powder is a lot thinner, almost like the glitter stuff there that you saw. So once you have it, you shake it off, and then, oopsies, I don't want to get the stuff on there. Okay, where's my, oops. I just want to wipe it off with my paper towel. Okay, so my heating gun is now on. Give it a couple of, more like 3-4 seconds to kind of heat up. I run my hand on it, and that's how I can tell. Okay. You want to watch this? Oops, sorry. Watch it melt. It's really cool. Okay. Now I did the macro because I wanted you guys to see it melt, and if you saw it before I heated it, you can see all the little granules on there. And now this is how you know it's completely melted. It has to completely, all of the granules have to completely melt, and it'll just turn into what looks like water. Okay, now I have a lot of it like stuck on my little tray here, but that's what it's for. It's supposed to catch all of your little bit of mess. So I have a lot of it stuck there, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't do anything. I mean, it doesn't affect anything. It just remelts, and sometimes it sticks to the back, but no biggie. Whoa. So the same thing applies to the way I did the butterfly. So here is in macro the wood grain, and then the butterfly is exactly the same way, just that I just did the Versamark all over. Let me take the macro off real quick. I did the the Versamark all over, and then I got little dabs of the color and just dabbed it in different spots, and grabbed another color, dabbed it in different spots, another color, dabbed it in different spots. When I was done, then I just brushed it just like I did that one, kind of brushed it to get it all off, there. And did the same thing with all the pieces, and then hairsprayed it, let it dry, did the Versamark again, put it in the UTEE, and then melted it. For this though, I did do a double dip of UTEE. And what that is once you have already done the whole thing, you do the Versamark again after it cools down, the Versamark, because it's hard to get it when it's hot. Okay, so Versamark again in the UTEE, put the powder all over it, put it in your tray, melt it again, and then you get this second coat, which is very glassy and glossy. Glassy and glossy. You see there, it's pretty thick. So it just has this gorgeous look to it. And there is my butterfly. And in flight, sideways, my wood grain gadget gears, and all my birds, and all my bird cages. I like how they came out, and I hope that this is something that you guys would try. I really love how this came out, because it's like, I don't know, it's different, and I've not seen it done exactly this way, but I mean, there is different ways, obviously, of using UTEE and your UTEE and your Versamarks, I mean your Perlexes and stuff. So you guys give it a try and see if see how it comes out, and let me know when you do so I can watch what you did. Okay, basically you can do it on anything that won't burn. If you can do it on a tag, you can probably do it on that tag too. So I mean, if you want to do a full coverage of gloss on a tag, but that's up to you. Okay, give it a try, let me know, and I hope this tutorial helped you guys. All right, Jules signing out. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye guys.